Clarke. I'm a local public accountant. I'm also a college professor at the College of St. Joseph's. As of January 1st, I illustrated my first children's book. Now this morning, I'm not sitting in this chair to talk about any of those career choices. I'm actually here to talk about one that I started almost a year ago, one that has felt like my sole purpose in life, what I was put on earth to do, and that's to be a motivational speaker. Now, the title of my show is called The Healing Power of Divorce. Now, I've talked to my friends about this show and gotten some feedback, and they all say the same thing, healing. Now, that's a very interesting title. And I said, yes, I chose that name because I feel like in my heart of hearts that divorce does not have to be a negative. It can be a positive. Now, if we look at the American population, 50% of all Americans will have a divorce. Now, that's a really high percentage. That means between you and I, one of us will file for divorce. Now, what's funny about that, and in talking to people, is no one publicly wants to talk about divorce. It's like it's almost taboo. Now, when the day arrived on my doorstep and I was faced with divorce, I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. The person that I had been with for the past 20 years of my life had come to me and told me he hated everything about me. And he would have left me years ago, but I wasn't strong enough. Now, as you can see, it's still saying that. It breaks my heart to even repeat it. But I had to dig deep within myself. I had to find every bit of courage within Carrie. I had to embrace this obstacle that had been put on my plate. I had to rally. I had to actually come into just putting everything out to the universe. Everything that I was scared of, I had to let go of it. I had to reach out to people. And in that reaching out to people, I discovered a new confidence in myself. Now, we are going to pan to a video that I did last year, May 18th of 2017. This video, ironically, was taped on my 15-year anniversary. Now, this was a day that was supposed to be a celebration of love between me and my ex-husband. This day turned out to be a celebration for me, for love for Carrie. Love that I never in a million years thought that I could truly love myself as deeply as I did on that day. I got on that camera and I said, Carrie is going to do this. No matter how scared she is going to get on this camera and tell her story because her voice needs to be heard and she is valuable. Now we're going to pan to the video. I appreciate everyone who's watching me today, and you'll see me next month with a new topic. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, it's Carrie. I think I'm a few minutes early. This is the first time that I've used the Facebook Live. My nerves are getting the best of me. Many of you have liked my Facebook page, Courage to Change, Belief in Your Voice. And I am so grateful for that. I have had a lot of changes in my life in the past few years, and these changes have led to me getting into this motivational speaking. For the past 6 years, I have been speaking in intimate groups, and every week I'll be coming to you live to give you a little bit of a piece of my story and the things that I've learned along the way. Now, today I actually am holding two things that have been symbolize huge changes in my life. The first one is, if you can see it here, my Hazelton coin. Approximately 6 years ago, I had a family member who entered the Hazelton Betty Ford Center, and I also entered the family program to support them. And this was the first time in my life that I surrendered. I surrendered to my higher power. I surrendered to everything that was going on in my life. I found that I just wanted to walk out my front door, not pack a bag, drive to the airport, and go someplace I really had no idea where I was going, but I just wanted to run away from everything. And that was the first point that I let go of control. And what I realized in doing that was many of the things that I thought I was controlling were actually controlling me. That was the first time that I spoke my truth. And when I got to the Hazelton Betty Ford Center, I remember telling the people, we were in a group session, they asked us all how we felt about being there, and I told them I would rather be at Mall of America than at the Hazelton Betty Ford Center. Ironically, by the end of the week, it turned out to be the best vacation that I had ever had. For the first time, I had told someone else that I grew up in a physically abusive household. Now, this was a secret that I kept my entire life. I didn't tell anyone. My brothers and I spoke about it briefly, but no one would actually admit the truth behind it. And it wasn't that it just came out and I said it. It was, ironically, I almost had an anxiety attack. I fell to the floor and grabbed my chest and did not think that I could say it, but it came out, and my higher power was looking out for me. The woman sitting directly across from me was my mother. She was the woman that was abused, and it all worked out, you know. It came together, the energies came together. Now, the second coin that I have in my hand is my angel. And this signifies the second thing in my life that significantly changed my direction. On December 2nd of 2015, my husband of 20 years told me that he was on a spiritual journey and he was sick of waiting for me to change, and he walked out the door and never returned. Now, I really initially was paralyzed by fear. I was paralyzed by, I had spent my whole adult life with this person. How could I do it on my own? And it wasn't without, you know, a lot of tears, a lot of being very depressed. But ironically, I rallied very quickly. Many of the things that I had learned at Hazelton of keeping secrets, I broke through those secrets. I actually reached out to about 30 of my friends. I told them that my ex-husband had moved out and I needed help. And the ironic thing of the whole situation was that not one person refused me. Not one person didn't run to my aid. And, you know, I am very emotional talking about this today because it was the biggest change of my life. It was really, you know, what brought me to be a motivational speaker. I have faced these changes and I have survived, and not only survived, I've thrived. Why in the past I thought that my voice was not powerful. Really, it goes back to my core beliefs about my childhood and being that little girl that felt like she couldn't speak, she couldn't, say what was on her mind because she was walking on eggshells. My adult life was spent in the same atmosphere, and ironically, my core beliefs really related to the relationship that I was in, and this is just a small amount of my story. Every week I'm going to come to you with things that I have learned, exercises that I have practiced. If you are to come to one of my lectures or a retreat weekend, you will get more in-depth information. This is just an introduction to my Facebook professional page. I am so grateful to see we have people here with me. I am like so ecstatic. I can't tell you how thrilling it is to not feel like you're alone. And I can tell you I am a lifelong student. I definitely am always looking to better myself. I'm always looking to look in the mirror and say, what can I do to make myself happier? I hope today's live Facebook gives you the courage to speak your own truths. And I hope, this little Facebook Live inspires others, to make a change, to look that person in the mirror, to not chase after someone else and trying to fix them. I've spent many years trying to do that, and it did not serve me well. The happiest moments are the moments when I have spent the time working on myself, and not only have they been happy, but they've also been my biggest struggles, my biggest accomplishments. So today, I'm going to end my Facebook Live. I will be talking for a few minutes every week about my journey. I definitely would like people to comment on their own journey and share it with me. When I am speaking at an engagement, I would love to have all my friends join me. I'd love to have you there. I get the most excited when I'm on stage. It's definitely something that I strive to do. It's my sole purpose, and I hope in my journey that you find your own soul purpose and you have the courage to change. Thank you for joining me. This video will be on my Facebook professional page, so I definitely hope that you share it with others. And we all make the changes that we need to have a happier life. Thank you.